Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe's Classic Video Games back with another awesome arcade game video for you this evening. This is the fantastic, super classic 1980 Space Invaders Deluxe. Check that out. Now, this game had a kind of crisis of name, it appears. If you look at the bezel, it says Deluxe Space Invaders. And I always heard it referred to as Space Invaders Deluxe, and then on the title screen it actually says Space Invaders Part 2. But regardless, they're all the same game. This is the second Space Invaders. It's basically just a slightly different version of the original classic Space Invaders. And a lot of people think that the Deluxe Space Invaders means that the cabinet's deluxe, because a lot of games later on would have like a deluxe version, which basically usually meant that it had a different cabinet. But Space Invaders Deluxe, although the cabinet was a little bit different, the colors are different than the original Space Invaders. The real difference between it and the original that makes it a deluxe is just slight variations in the gameplay. And also there's the monitor is slightly different colors. There's a little overlay on it that makes it 5 or 6 different colors, whereas the original one was just green, and I think it had like an orange area or something like that. But we'll check that out here in a second. But this is we just got this done. This is a fairly decent example of it. Some of the artwork has been touched up, make it look pretty good. But this is the original cabinet straight from 1980. Check that out. Awesome. So, check out the side art. I believe the side art is exactly the same. Well, I'm lying to you. The cabinet is slightly different on Space Invaders, because I think there's if I remember correctly, there's something over here where this is like, this sets in a little bit or something on Space Invaders, or something like that. But the Space Invaders cabinet was blue and white, and this one's red and blue. It's got the two big I don't know what they're supposed to be. They kind of look like Wookiees or something. But there they are. And they're awesome. And then on the other side, you have the same thing going on. Very iconic cabinet. Everyone has seen one. So cool. And then on the front, it's much more detailed. There's like a, it's like this is your shooter, you know, or your base or whatever. And then over here you have like a little satellite, and you're in these crevices inside of a, I don't know, a planetscape, whatever. Very neat. And so on the back glass, Deluxe Space Invaders by Midway. More of the little invaders. This is a, that's a glass bezel too, pretty cool. Look, they're dropping off many of them. Then you've got these two space people. And another one. So another interesting thing, a Bally company says by Midway, and the game was actually designed by Taito. It says Midway Manufacturing Company on the thing. I think there's a little trick you can do to make it actually say Taito. We'll try that here in a minute. But so on the bezel, it has this telling you the points depending on what you shoot. One bonus laser base awarded at 1,500 points. Alright, so here's the control panel. This one's a little worn. This is like a metal. but it was silk screened originally. And it's got some wear. Now the way things get wear like that on it is basically 50,000 people playing it. So that's hard-earned wear. I wouldn't get rid of that for nothing. Start game, 1 player, 2 player. Fire laser. Laser-based control. This is yet another game that came out before joysticks were on everything. Alright, instructions. Insert coin. Select 1 or 2 players. 2 players alternate play. Move, quote, laser base, right or left. Fire at invaders. Caution! And this is one of the differences between the original and the deluxe. Invaders may be reinforced or split into smaller ones. So sometimes when you shoot them one row, they turn into 2 different ones. So you have to shoot them twice. And then on another setup, if you on the top row, the freaking UFO will show up and start dropping them back on the top. Big pain. Game ends when the last laser base is hit or the base is overrun. And then down here it says high score. Set a new high score and record your name on the screen. Now imagine you're a kid back in the day. A lot of these games are new to you, and then you read that. You mean I can put my name in and it's going to put it on the screen whenever people come up? You know, that was cool. Of course, if you turn the game off and back on, all that got deleted, but the kids didn't know that. Move the marker to the desired letter with the laser-based control. Press fire button to print. To print. You're printing it on the screen. To erase, move marker to rub and press fire button. 10 letters may be recorded. Oh boy, I bet they got in trouble with that. To record complete name, move marker to end and press fire button. Name must be recorded within 90 seconds. So that was, even back then, just putting in your name was a big deal. That was something that they were advertising a lot. So there you go. All right, I will get the tripod. We'll play through it a little bit. Oh, I guess I should mention the cabinet in case people don't know about that. Whenever we do the video, you'll notice that the image kind of just floats in there, and it almost looks three-dimensional. And the reason that is because the way these are designed, the monitor is not right here like on most games. There is a big mirror that kind of goes diagonal like this inside the cabinet. And the monitor is actually on the bottom facing up. So when you're looking at the picture, what you're looking at is a mirror and then a reflection of the monitor. And then behind the mirror is a piece of cardboard that's like a scenery with a light bulb behind it, and it's a black light. So with that black light in there, it's a two-way mirror. You're seeing through the mirror. So all that artwork you're seeing is behind the mirror. And then the actual image that you're seeing is the monitor, which is down there. And notice the colored picture. Well, that's just because they have a piece of plastic laying over the monitor that's a bunch of different colors. And so that's why it's kind of a gradient and it doesn't move. See how when they go down through it, they change colors? It's because it's an old school black and white raster monitor, which is just basically like a black and white TV with a colored film laid over it. But it's got this neat little effect where it's got the mirror, so you can see through it and see the backdrop. So I'll get the tripod. We'll turn off the lights and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Space Invaders. All right, folks, that buzz you're hearing is kind of common in some of these older games. If you went into the sound section of the PCB and replaced all of the capacitors, you might be able to get rid of that. I don't know. I haven't really tried. It's whenever we've got it turned up pretty loud, that's the kind of, you hear something like that on it. So, but it doesn't bother us too much, so it shouldn't bother you either. We're going to play it a little bit, and again, I'm not the greatest in the world, but you can see kind of the difference between Space Invaders and Space Invaders Deluxe. Check out the cool effect. All of this stuff you're seeing in the background is just behind the mirror. Very interesting, very neat. And there's a black light bulb right here. Now, there's two types of black light bulbs. all of the stoners out there are familiar with the purple blacklight bulbs that you can get at like what do they call that place? Can't remember. Everybody's seen like the purple blacklight bulbs. You don't want one of those. They make the original blacklight bulbs were actually white, and so it's a white blacklight bulb. That's what you want, because if you put the purple one in there, everything's dark and you can't see any of that artwork or anything. If you put the white one in there, it gives you the same kind of glowing look, and it also lights it up so you can see all of the illumination. Now another thing, if you look really close at the back, you'll see these stains. That wasn't originally on there. That piece of cardboard on the back is damaged a little bit. But hey, what can you do? All right, we'll play it a little bit, see what you think. Well, it would have took my quarter. Now, I'm not an expert, but what you want to try to do is get rid of an entire row on the side first, because if you do that like I just did, it takes them longer to get all the way across the screen, which means that it takes them longer to go down a row. I missed. You can get a bonus if the last invader you shoot is on one of these bottom two rows, but that's really hard to do, man. I'm not talented enough, man. I don't even really know how you would do that. I guess you shoot. Oh, I guess I left one, so maybe that'll I'm an idiot. Well, that one's like, I guess once they start going a little faster, you can do. Oh, I missed. Once they go a little faster, you can do that easier, I guess. So basically, you have to shoot and then have the invader move into your bullet. It's also different from the original. They didn't have that guy. Another thing different from the original is see the little 2 on the bases. It's telling you that it's level 2. On the original, it didn't do that. So see how they're coming down quicker because I didn't get rid of that row. Oh, game over. Game over, Red Rover. All right, let's try it again. Ooh. I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it coming till I was dead. Oh, I missed. I gotta get my timing down a little better, people. Oh, they got me again. Oh, that one, when he blinks, the one that blinks, you can only shoot him while he's visible. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, you sucker. Come on. SOS, SOS. I need an extra man. Uh-oh. That slowed him down. You see him like hand off and double up. There's my extra base I needed, because they're about to kill me. So I really need to kill this guy because he's messing up my whole flow here. Missed again. I needed them points. They're right on me, people. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Boy, he's really dropping a lot of... I don't think it's till the next level when they start replenishing. Missed him. Look at him. Look at him. Oh. Sometimes the little UFO will break down. Man, look how low they are. I'm in trouble, people. I'm in trouble. Uh-oh. That's it. Game over. I didn't even get high enough to get on the stupid little high score screen that I was talking about. Horrible. Well, there you go. That is Midway's Space Invaders Deluxe. Cool game. It's easy to look at games like this now and go, what were they thinking? But really at the time, there was nothing like it. And just the ingenuity that they put in that mirrored cabinet, which I don't think they really invented, because a lot of the well, I know they didn't, because a lot of the rifle games had basically the same concept, but you know, they went out of their way to make that thing pretty spectacular for its time. And you can crank these things up too and get them really loud to where you can hear the dunk 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 all, I mean, echoing for a block. So as soon as people hear that, they know exactly what game it is. A friend of mine used to tell me this story about how they had one at the mall whenever he was a kid, and they had it up on the top level of the mall outside of like a JCPenney's or something. And no matter where you were in the mall, you could tell when somebody was playing it, because they had it cranked up so loud that you could hear the doon, 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 doon all the way across the mall, echoing off the marble and stuff. So cool. So there you go. That is Midway's Space Invaders Deluxe. Now, by the time you see this video, this may have flown off to somebody else's house. So we may not even have it available for sale anymore, but you can check out all the games that we do have available for sale on our website. Go to lionsarcade.com. We've got a building full of games here at all times that we have for sale, and they are up there. We film these little videos just so you can see some of the cool stuff we get in and remember the cool games of yesteryear. Now, if you live near us, you can stop by and check us out. We're in downtown Rock Hill, South Carolina, which is about 15 minutes south of Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, maybe you're not near us and you're not going to go to our freaking webpage because you don't want to buy one of these. Well, that's fine. Just subscribe to us here on YouTube, and every time we get one in, we'll film a little video like this of it for all of our favorite YouTube followers. So click the subscribe button below, and we will see you on the next video.